So here we are starting our second day. First of all, what I forget to do is to flip this token to the other side because it's a daytime and now we can see what's inside the magic tower. And I believe it's magic familiars, nasty opponents, but fortunately they are not fortified. Because seriously, this round, I believe we could go and attack this magic tower because there is one spell that I would really like to have. First things first, so let's draw our 5 cards. We have mana draw, we have swiftness, we have concentration, we have crystallization, and we have threaten. Or not threaten, intimidation. Next thing we have to do is to choose our tactics card for the second day. And I'm not really happy with our cards because we do not have any movement and either I want to attack the magic tower or we need to move. So I think I will choose the tactics number 2 because this allows me to throw away 3 cards, then draw as many and shuffle the rest into our deck. And also because we already picked up the number 1, we will be playing first. Let's shuffle these and we need to choose 1 tactics for our dummy player and our dummy player will have tactics card number 4. So we can now choose up to 3 cards, so definitely this one and crystallization. I want to keep these because that's great. I'm not sure about this card, the mana draw card, because it might be useful to use the second die from the pool as we do not have any mana crystals. But what the hell, let's do it. Let's place these 3 cards sideways and we will draw another 3 cards. So 1, 2, and 3. We have March, we have Chivalry, and we have Rage. And then we will shuffle these 3 cards into our deck. So let's attack this magic tower. Unfortunately, we do not have enough movement. We have to spend a die from the source. So we will play March, empowered with the green dice. So that's move 4. And we will play our Swiftness. And that's another 2 movement points. So we can march to this magic tower. We will lose 1 prestige point. Unfortunately, and I tried to calculate it, I do not have enough ranged attack because they aren't fortified, so we could use ranged attack, but it's impossible. So we will have to. So we are forced to be attacked. That means we will use our unit and we will use the last ability and we can lower one enemy attack by 3. That means that one of his attacks will be 0. Unfortunately, the other one will still attack us and we do not have enough block. And because he's brutal, he will deal us 6 damage. But fortunately, our armor is 3, so that means we will gain 2 wounds into our hand. And then we already used 1 mana die, so we can't use any more. But we have this card, Concentration, and when we are playing Concentration, we can acquire white, blue, or red mana. So I will gain 1 red mana, which I'm going to use with Rage. So that's attack 4. And when we add our Chivalry, we have attack 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7. And he's done for. We will gain 5 fame. So let's add our 5 fame. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 19 and we should level up. I will place a shield because we managed to defeat enemies in this tower, so it's ours. Before we level up, we must clean our playing area. So let's re-roll this die, and it's red. Great. Put this. We still have 2 wounds in our hand. That's a little bit unfortunate, but at least we gain a spell. And I know which spell I will take. We will take the second spell from the display. It's a Whirlwind, and the powered version is a Tornado, so we will place it on our deck. Next thing what we should do is to gather our 2 abilities. What we have here is normal or ice attack 2, or the ability to throw away into your discard pile, throw away 1 wound to draw 1 card. Well, I'm really tempted to take the attack, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I know we only got 2 wounds, but the ability to throw away wounds from your hand is really powerful. Oh, what the hell. Let's take the attack. We will discard this. We will unflip 1 ability from our dummy player. And that's the ability to gain a crystal, blue crystal and red mana. And finally, because we chose our own ability, we can gain any one of these 3 cards. And I believe I will take the shield attack. This gives us block 3 and twice the block against a swift opponent. So we will replenish the display, 1 spell, and we will also replenish the advanced actions. So let me draw 1 card, and we have an ice bridge. Finally, I will draw another 3 cards. So we will have the shield attack, we will have the whirlwind, and we will have crystallization. And it's our dummy player's turn. So let's draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and is a green card. He has 2 green crystals, so 2 additional cards. So in my turn, because well, really, I do not have any movement, so I will play crystallization. Let's power it with this blue mana, and we can gain crystal of any color. So I want a green crystal, and next we will rest. So I must throw away at least 1 card, because the point is you can rest if you do not move or do not negotiate in your turn. Otherwise, you can play any non-attack, non-move, non-influence cards, and this is a special card. So I will throw away this card and the 2 wounds into our discard pile. I will keep this one. Let's re-roll the mana die. We have another red. Let's clean this card up, and let's draw 4 more cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 cards, and it is our dummy player's turn. So 1, 2, 3 cards. Another green. Oh my god. 2 more. And what I need to do, I have to move away. Well, the situation seems a little bit dire. Why is that? Because, well, one of Tovak's weaknesses is he doesn't have any cards which will help him get crystals or like mana or something like that. And we need it for spells and for playing the stronger version of our cards. So I really wanted to go to that monastery over here. But, well, it's daytime. The desert costs 5 movement. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That magic light seems. Well, we could heal our wounds, which we have in our discard pile, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe first thing I will do is I will play the tranquility, because well, you can't heal wounds which are in your discard pile, but I can use its ability to draw more cards. So I will use this green crystal which I have in my supply, and I will draw 2 more cards. Another movement. And it's a mana draw. And that's great. That's actually great. Maybe it's a little bit overkill, but I will do it anyway. Well, just for fun. We will play the mana draw, so we can use 2 dice from the mana pool, and I will play one move, and I will power it up with a blue die, and I will play Tuvek's special card Instinct, and I will power it up with a red die. So we have movement of 8. That means we can move. That costs 5, this costs 3, and we are in a forest. Additionally, what I think I will do now is I will play our next movement card, so that's move 2, and I will play this shield block sideways, so that's movement plus 1, a total of 3, and we can move into this magic glide over here. So this is what we have done this turn. So let's clean up, throw away this, re-roll these 2 die. Alright, white and black, so that's exhausted. Clean these cards. And we have kept our rage. And by the end of the turn, before we draw our cards, because we ended on Magic Light, I can find 1 wound card from our discard pile and heal it up. And I will draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because we ended our movement on the Magic Light, we will start our next turn with 1 gold mana. So it's our dummy player's turn. 1, 2, 3 cards. Blue, 1 blue crystal, 1 more card. Oh. So what I think I will do next, I really want to get to that monastery. Fortunately for us, we have 1 move card, we have March. What's not so fortunate, that's all. We do not have any more movement. But we can play some cards sideways, and I do not believe I will attack anything this turn anyway. So I will play the March with this gold mana, so that's movement 4. And I will place this rage sideways, so that's movement 5. And I can make my way into the monastery, because this costs 3, and this costs 2, and we are at the monastery. Although I could play these influence cards to gain a card or to recruit a unit, I believe this will be the end of my turn, because I only have 1 card left. So I will clean up my playing area, discard this mana, discard these 2 cards which we played, and I will draw 1 additional card, it's Swiftness. So next our dummy player will play, so that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3, it's white, so 1 additional card, he has none left, but nevertheless he's not calling end of the round. So this will be our last turn in this round, in the second day. Unfortunately, well, this game is awesome in a way that you have to choose almost all the time. You have to choose between one thing or another. And now I have to choose if I want to hire these monks, they are really awesome, or I want to have this advanced card, the lightning explosion, because well, that card is awesome in a way that you can take 1 wound and you can gain 1 blue and 1 red crystal, which would really help us, because we have that spell that costs white mana, and you really can't count that the white die will be in the source. So anyway, so let's see what we can do. We have white and red mana in the mana pool. So well, I really wanted this. They are like great, but 3 attack or fire block 4. But as I was saying, we really need the mana. So I will do it like this. I will play Promises or Promise. That's influence 4, and I will play this card For influence 2, that's 6, and I can take this card. So let's re-roll the mana die. White again. Clean up these cards. We will draw our new acquired advanced action card. And because our dummy player doesn't have any cards left in his draw deck, he will call the end of the round. Fortunately for us, we can play the exploding lightning, and so we will take 1 wound and we will gain red and white crystal into our inventory, which is great. So we have played this card, and now what we can do is, because we are still at the monastery, so either we could use these 2 cards as influence 2 and heal this wound, or we can explore. And I believe exploration will be better thing to do now. So I will use swiftness, because when you use swiftness, you have move 2, and I can explore 1 more tile. So we can explore over here or over there, and I think I will explore the tile next to the city. So let's grab 1 advanced tile. Oh look, it's another monastery. We will place it like this. We have another monastery, we have a crypt, and we have spawning grounds. So let's place 2 brown tokens on the spawning grounds. You do not place any tokens on the crypt, and because we revealed the monastery, we should place 1 more advanced action card into the display. So we have Into the Heat, and the next card, the new card, is called Finding Ways, and it gives you movement 2. Additionally, it lowers the cost of movement across all tiles by 1. And that's it for our round, the second day, because, well, obviously, we can't do any more things. So discard all cards. So we need to place this card, the last advanced action card, Ritual Attack, into our dummy player's deck. And so let's take this spell. It's a green spell, so 1 green crystal will be placed into our dummy player's inventory. Let's refill the display. So we will move these down. Yeah, let's get these 2 as well. So 1 spell, the Ice Storm, 1 advanced action card. Oh, Time Portal. And because we have 3 monasteries, so we should place 3 advanced cards to the display if we want to buy them in a monastery. So let's draw them. 1, 2, and 3. And we have Blood Rage, we have a Training, and we have Learning. Great cards. So last thing to do is take away these units. And what we have here is we have freezers, we have villagers, and we have red heroes. And last 2 things to do, we will ready our unit, and we will flip this upside down because it's a second night. Re-roll the dice. Yeah, and we have blue, red, and white. That's great. So I guess that's it. We have played through our second day, and we are halfway through, and second night awaits us.